My name is CON MOUNTEER. I'm a nursing student at the University of South Alabama, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to perform an enema. So first, let me scan my room. So the first thing I'm going to do whenever I walk into my patient's room is I'm going to verify the orders, and then I'm going to also verify my hospital's policy. I'm also going to verify that this is the correct patient using two identifiers. So the first is the patient's name, Jaguar Jones, and the second is the date of birth, which is 08/25/1963. I'm also going to note that my patient has an allergy to penicillin noted on his armband as well as his medical record. Then I'm going to perform hand hygiene, and I'm going to don my goggles. Next, I'm going to move over to the sink. I'm going to clamp my tubing, and then I'm going to fill the bag between 750 and 1,000 milliliters of warm water or saline for an adult enema. Next, I'm going to add my soap to my enema bag, and then I would gently agitate my solution, and then I would release the clamp to prime my tubing, and then reclamp and go back to the bedside. So I'd hand my bag on my IV pole, and then I would perform hand hygiene and then apply clean gloves. And I'm going to raise the bed to a comfortable working height, lower the side rail, and position my patient into left lateral sims. Next, I'm going to place my hand on the patient's hip. I'm going to take my tubing with my dominant hand, and I'm going to lubricate it. And then with my non-dominant hand, I would spread the buttocks and insert the tubing 3 to 4 inches into the rectum and hold it in place, not letting it move. Then I will remove the bag from the IV pole, hold it 12 to 18 inches above the rectum, and then I would release my clamp and allow the enema bag to empty into the patient. While inserting, I would tell my patient to take slow, deep breaths, and if there was any cramping or the patient felt uncomfortable during the procedure, I would lower the enema bag, or I could reclamp and re-instruct my patient to take slow, deep breaths. If the patient has hemorrhoids, they can bear down while inserting to facilitate the process. So after the enema bag is emptied, I would remove it from my patient and discard of the enema bag. And then the next thing that I would do would be to tell my patient to try and wait 10 to 15 minutes before evacuating. So whenever my patient was ready to evacuate, I could either use the bedpan, a bedside commode, or the commode in the bathroom. With a bedpan, the larger portion of the bedpan goes directly under the buttocks, and the slimmer side goes towards the thighs. So I would allow my patient to evacuate. Then after my patient had evacuated, I would remove the bedpan from under them, place it on the bedside table, and cover it with a towel. And then I would remove the waterproof covering If my gloves were visibly soiled at this point, I would take them off and put on new clean gloves. And then I would replace the waterproof padding under my patient and help them back into a comfortable position, raise the side rail, and lower the bed back to its lowest position. And then after that, I would document the procedure. So I would document the amount and the type of enema, the time, and how the patient tolerated it. And I'd also document the consistency and the color of the return. And then I would also document how my patient was left. And that would conclude my enema.